view celebrity and fame and jobs in the real world. And he says that children should be encouraged to look and believe and want real jobs in the real world. This was Sir Jim Rose, a knight. How fantastic is that, the kids? He's standing going, that's it, children. Don't be a footballer, don't be a celebrity. Be a knight like me. Come on, let's storm the castle. It's nuts.
They're just mollycoddled all the time.
All the time.
They're not allowed. They're not giving them spelling tests because the children might fail the spelling test and then they would feel like a failure. Give them an F. They can't spell. They won't know the difference.
Andrew Lloyd Webber has said that he's not giving his kids any of his money when he dies. They're getting nothing.
No, they're getting nothing. But they're delighted because they've inherited his look, so that's fine.
Thank you for that. Yes, Andrew Lloyd Webber is not leaving his children anything, not even his art collection. Webber owns a number of Picassos. In fact, he's the only man in the world who can look at a Picasso and mistake it for a mirror. Can we have our next question, please?
Hi, Sheila from Belfast. I was just wondering, who do you blame for extravagant art?
Who do you blame for extravagant art? Yes, a solid gold statue of Kate Moss was unveiled yesterday afternoon. Unfortunately, yesterday evening, Gordon Brown melted it down and sold it. Well, we can't have our bankers not getting their bonuses, can we? But who can we blame for extravagant art?
How much? Let me see the picture again.
There she is.
If she can get in that position, she's worth 1.5 million. I'd pay 1.5 million. It's stupid. Look at that. Look, that is just. The artists call it the siren or something. That's what he called the sculpture. It should be called On My Way to the Chiropractor.
Also, can I just say that there isn't a woman in this room now who isn't going, that's a fanny fart waiting to happen.
But back to bling. There was who was it? Henry VIII. Was it he was selling one of his chain or something was getting
chain
sold.
from the time of Henry VIII was for sale.
Is that his? But it belonged to one of the guys who was with him.
That period. For 300 grand or something.
He gave it to him.
Gave it to him.
Lord Montague.
Lord who?
Montague, that's who it was.
Montague.
Henry VIII gave this guy a big 300 grand's worth of chain now. And that is one of the big reasons that you know that Henry VIII wasn't a Catholic. Because it was a normal chain. If Henry VIII was a Catholic, the chain would have said, world's best da.
But you know the thing, I mean, Henry VIII, the whole thing about them days, right? Everybody in Henry VIII's day, if you think about it, everyone in those days, the rich were fat and wore a lot of jewellery. And 450 years later, today, the rich are thin and don't wear any jewellery, whereas the poor are fat and wear a lot of jewellery. You could take Henry VIII, put him in a shell suit and a baseball cap, put him on Castle Street, and nobody would know any difference. Pass straight through, nobody would know there's a problem difference.
Henry VIII said it was a time machine, and some boy went back in time going, hey, how's it going? My God, forsooth, he's loaded. Look at him.
Nobody's brought this up about this credit crunch, about this because the middle class have been laughing at the Spades all through this. I bought my 7th flat, you know. Yes, my property portfolio is very, very good. Ours is falling out of it, right? They're all bankrupt. Whereas Spades in Belfast are walking around with about 40 grand's worth of jewellery. What's the only thing going up in price?
Yeah.
Gold. Gold.
Yeah,
There's
but
guys
that's
in Castle Street standing going, look at that, look at that.
It's not Argos gold.
Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter.
This is real gold. This is real. Look, that's why their knuckles are scraping along the ground. Look, so heavy.
Do you see rich people bursting into Argos with wads of cash? Quick, Tarquin, put it in gold. Yes,
The other bit annoys me about art, this body art, this tattooing thing. Women getting ones on their bellies saying, enjoy this.
Oh.
Now that looks all right, but when she's 65 and it's on her knees. I ain't going to be so smart.
You know the one that women have here across there, just above the way you see their pants sticking out normally, and it's a little bit council estate, I think. Okay, no offence if you've got one or you live in one, but right. It's this one, and I always just think, when I see it, I think, I don't know why women have it, because you can't see it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could enjoy that, you could see it, but that one, as far as I can tell, the only reason I think it's having it is to give men something to look at when they're taking you from behind. That would be the only reason. And then I'm thinking,
see,
well,
this
that's
is-
a woman with low self-esteem, isn't it?
Yeah,
Who's
but
there
in,
going, oh, I don't want him to get bored. Better have something for him to look
No,
at.
well, let's be-
Chinese, he could learn a whole new language.
I love the ones with the Chinese. I love the ones with the Chinese. That
Yeah.
cracks me up too. The Chinese.
Oh, yeah, see that there? That spells my name in Chinese.
Yeah, right.
You know what that spells? Curry chicken. That spells.
The real extravagance is Roman Abramovich's yacht. He's got 200 million he's spending on his yacht, right? And on a quote, if it's attacked by pirates, he can get away in a luminous submergible craft.
Submergible?
That can go submergible. That is a word. Read.
Submergible?
Submergible. Yes, it can submerge. It can go down like people of your family. Now.
We don't
A
do that.
luminous,
That's why I'm here.
a luminous submergible craft that can go down to 160 feet. That's a yellow submarine. He has a yellow submarine. I just want to know, does he sing? I bet he sings. Yeah. You'd have to sing, wouldn't you?
Hang on.
In the town where I was born, lived a man who went to sea. But I killed him because he disobeyed me.
Yeah.
There is lesson
It's
in
getting
that
too,
for
but it's getting,
everyone.
no, society's
Yes.
getting too caught up in money. This whole week's all about money and losing money and all the rest. The Pope has come out. The Pope has come out and made a declaration. He said that society's getting too wrapped up in materialism and money and all the rest of it. And that announcement is going to be read this Sunday between the 6th and 7th collection at Mass. And that's actually true. We're too wrapped up in the money. And like for a man, where does he live? You know, he lives in
Very modest, very modest.
frugal surroundings.
Very modest
You know what I mean?
surroundings. The Vatican's worth-
you know what I mean? Anyone, like it's a
There it is
pub
there,
that
there.
anybody
That's-
could live in there.
That's the hall.
That's just the entrance hall.
He's knocked through.
Who would live in a house like this?
Yeah, the Vatican,
Rent-free,
the Catholic Church is worth billions and billions. It's only a matter of time before Heather Mills offers to marry it. Thank you very much for that. Just time now for the last round. I will give you various newspaper headlines, and I want you to be quicker than X Factor's Owen Quigg out of Dungiven. Wonder Bra in trouble.
Now has to come with a disclaimer. Contents may appear smaller once packaging is removed.
Do you know which building is greenest?
The greenhouse. It's bloody obvious.
GPS nightmare.
All roads lead to Coal Island.
Man arrested for masturbating on train.
Police dub him Thomas the Wank Engine.
Court may listen to tape of real IRA man.
Oh, Danny boy.
Potato crop stolen.
Spuds urge to keep their eyes peeled.
Diesel stolen from Railway Street.
Thomas the Wank Engine, chief suspect.
And finally, how I deal with dyslexia.
Just take it one day at a time.
That's it. That's the end of the show. Please show your appreciation to the team. Colin Murphy, Jacob Kane, Neil Delamere and Joe Caulfield. And until next week, remember, don't blame yourselves, blame each other. Goodbye.